Hi guys, good day. I want to give a review on the movie Funmilayo Ransome Kuti. It is a movie I love. If you know me, you know I watch Nigerian movies a lot. So I love this movie so much. Aside that it's a true life story, it's something you can feel when you watch. So I recommend this movie. You know, back then we didn't really know so much about Funmilayo Ransome Kuti. Though we knew she's Fela's mom, aside that we knew she was the first woman to drive a car. What else did we know? What did they tell us that she did? This woman did a lot. She sacrificed a lot. She was an advocate for women. She did a lot. She even had a political party. She even started an association. She did a lot that wasn't even spoken about at all. This is a must watch. I recommend this movie. So I'll just give you a breakdown of everything that happened in the movie. I'm not gonna spoil the movie for people that haven't seen the movie, but I'll just give a breakdown of everything that happened and what I love about the movie. So the movie just started at where there was an explosion and the people that raided the house threw her down the stairs and she got injured, so they took her to the hospital. So when she was there was this white lady, Isabella. That's the person she was telling the story. She came to document the story. So that's how the whole story began. Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, she was living with her father. He was an agriculturist. Though he loves education, he decided to send her to secondary school. She kept whining about there was no female secondary school in Abeokuta, though she went to Abeokuta Grammar School. It was an all-boys school at that time, so she was the first female to go to that school. That's where she met her husband, Israel Ransome Kuti. So from there, they started their friendship, and he traveled to Sierra Leone to further his education, while she traveled to England for her education, also further education. He came back before her. He was ahead of her. He was the head boy of the school at that time, so she was a junior. So he came from Sierra Leone and became the principal of their mama, so that's Abeokuta Grammar School. When Funmilayo came back from England, she opened her own establishment where she was doing teaching preschool, fought for women against the outrageous tax levied on them. And guess what? Her husband Israel was so supportive until he died. He was a very supportive husband to her. She even said it countless times of how her husband has been supportive, and we saw that in the movie also. Till he died. He died of cancer. So guess what? The movie didn't capture this though, but I'm just gonna tell you for free. Grace Eniola, who was in the movie, it was played by Omar Dada. She was Israel's cousin in the movie. She is Wolesho in Kazimo. This Kuti's family, they have history in Nigeria. That's what I would say. They have history in Nigeria. Some exceptional roles in this movie. I loved Kaide Bankole. I loved her role. Great actress. She killed it. She killed her role. Like, I don't even want to. I think she embodied the role, both her Yoruba, the way she was walking, her charisma, her posture, everything. She killed it. Even the teenage Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, I love the way she embodied her character also. Israel also did a great job. Then the person that played Funmilayo Ransome Kuti's dad, he killed it. I really wish, in my own opinion, I could see more of him in this movie. So Omami Dada killed her role also. I think those were the few people that I could think of that did a very good job. Aside that, the remaining cast, they did a very beautiful job. They played their characters so well. The makeup, the costume, the cast, everything was well put together. I loved the way everything was put together. A lot of people kept saying, why did they use Suleiman as her husband? That's he's from the north. He's not Yoruba. Why did they cast him as to play the role of Israel? They would have casted a Yoruba man to play that role. He would have spoken Yoruba better and all that. For me, I think why they casted Ibrahim Suleiman to play the role of Israel is just because the spotlight needed to be on Kennedy. So they needed another a good but supporting character. So that's why they went with Ibrahim Suleiman. Just think which Yoruba character would have entered that round. They would not make it about them. I even like that they didn't even really talk about Fela in this movie. Because if they had talked about Fela, the movie will no longer center around Funmilayo Ransome Kuti anymore. It will not be about Fela's mom, Fela's dad, Fela's family. No, this movie is centered around her, what she achieved, and how she was able to achieve these things. Ibrahim Suleiman did a beautiful job. He's a very cool character that acts very well. His roles are always very cool, but he plays his roles very well. So for me, that character played his role well, and that cast suited that character very, very, it was just perfect. In fact, it was perfect. So I loved the way they played their role. If you watch this movie, you will see a lot of things she did in Abeokuta. I love this movie so much. That's why I chose to talk about it. Grace Eniola told Funmilayo to come to the market, to her shop. That scene was an Ashoke show. That particular scene could have done better. Let me tell you why I feel so. It's in those days, back in the days, that Ashoke shop was looking like a 21st century Ashoke shop that I will see in town. It was looking too dope. Too dope. So I think they would have just toned it down a little. Ashoke was looking like a 21st century shop that I can even go and see how neat, clean, looking beautiful that thing was. Then secondly, that gap tooth in Joke Silva's mouth. She was the one that played the role as Funmilayo Ransome Kuti, the older version. The gap tooth was not. It was a no-no. They could have done better. So that gap tooth was a no-no for me. Then lastly, why was this production repeating that market scene? Anytime they want to talk about markets, they will show that market scene. That same market scene, they just kept repeating it. Anytime they want to show a market, that is the market scene they will show. I see it as production was being lazy in that aspect because they could have shot another market scene. Why do they keep showing that same market scene? It was a no-no for me. But aside these things, the movie is a 9/10. I recommend this movie. Watch this movie, learn a lot of things, learn history, know what she did. This is history. The only thing we used to hear about her was that she was the first woman to drive a car. This woman did much more than driving a car. This woman did a lot. She dethroned a king. If you take your time to see this movie, you will know that the production didn't just sit down and put one or two together. No, they went to have this is thought through. They thought about it. They took their time, had conversation with the Kutis, and wrote down this story. It's not just something. It's not a shabby job. They took their time. So I recommend this movie. You can find this movie on Prime. I don't know if it's showing on Netflix yet, but I saw it on Prime. And please come back and comment. Tell me what you feel about this movie, what you love about this movie. It's actually a Yoruba movie, so there were subtitles. You're gonna read them. I'm not Yoruba, but I enjoyed the movie. I don't mind any kind of movie as far as it's an interesting movie. And Thank you for watching this video to this time. Please don't forget to like, comment if you've seen the movie so we can talk about it, and subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye, guys.